Previously on Doctor Who, the janitor from Harry Potter showed up as Doctor 1.5 or something, and Doctor Who was apparently sexist all this time. Previously on Doctor Who, the showrunners decided to turn the Doctor into a woman, and no one really had a problem with that, and people were up for it because the Doctor before that, basically ever since Clara, late stage Clara, everything was overly bleak and annoying. Previously on Doctor Who, the woman doctor finished her sentences, was surrounded with way too many people, and everything was bleak for no reason. Previously on Doctor Who, the Doctor no longer hates corporations and even encouraged the mega corporation that was disrupting society on a massive scale by killing employment and blah and blah and blah. I don't even know what to say about that episode. Previously on Doctor Who, the Indian episode happened and people liked it, but some people noticed that Doctor Who is now kind of a space racist. Previously on Doctor Who, the Lady Doctor had one other episode that nobody watched that was apparently well reviewed. Previously on Doctor Who, the Doctor was no longer just some guy rebelling against his society and moving on to greatness. No, he was great all along. In fact, he was a black girl. Yes, this little black girl. And he came from the Untempered Schism. But the Untempered Schism is the thing that made the Master insane, canonically. So, the Doctor came from the place that made the Master insane. And none of this makes sense. Previously on Doctor Who, some random black guy who really, really, really wants you to know that he's gay, and if you don't care about him being gay, you're a sexist, racist, misogynist pig, called himself Doctor Who for some reason. Previously on Doctor Who, David Tennant showed up, and nobody watched him because apparently sexism, but in reverse against dudes, is fine if you're trans or something. Previously in Britain, the British government decided to allow its Prime Minister to spend half a year lying about Southport, kicking people out of prison so that they could make room for people who are politically dissenting against the Prime Minister of Britain. The Prime Minister of Britain, all the while lying about his political opponents, sending people to some random town to infuriate the public into rioting, in spite of cops saying the exact opposite. Previously, in the BBC's Doctor Who / Sony team-up thing, nobody watched the black guy, so they're now summoning Billie Piper, but they're doing it in a very, 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 very dumb way. Yes, no other popular female person in the Doctor Who universe could have possibly come out from a transmutation. It's not like Clara Oswald literally jumped inside the Doctor's transformation and spread herself across the timeline or something. Previously on My Life Being This, birds were loud outside, so I had to wait to complain about the media caring that Draco Malfoy didn't care about J.K. Rowling not being transphobic. being pretend transphobic because the media is obsessed with that and just will not let that go. Previously, on me watching sci-fi, Murderbot got ruined for me, at least the TV show version, because of episode 3, where they randomly did a bunch of misandrous jokes. Previously, on 50 or 60 other things that happened with sci-fi and fantasy, things got ruined because of misandry and weird racial nonsense that doesn't fit the characters, and the people who wrote that stuff come from a certain political class and got their jobs probably as political nepotism. Currently on Doctor Who, Sony is wasting millions of dollars to hire an actually talented actress to do very, very, very goofy stuff, and everybody knows that it's gonna fail because of the aforementioned things that are happening in pop culture. This concludes our broadcast for tonight.